Hello and welcome back to SimRacing Unlimited. Here today for another live stream. Please excuse me if I sound a bit rough in places. I've been out with the flu for the last few days, but luckily getting better. And just in time for the very first race week in 2023. That means, of course, Formula One, but also IndyCar actually, but that's not why we're here today. We are taking a look at some nice F1 action, as you should probably these days, namely in Automobilista 2, and we're doing it with a little twist today. Not going to Bahrain, where the 2023 Formula One season is set to start this weekend, but rather in a few places, I should say, that F1 has gone to in the past but hasn't anymore, revisiting if they actually should, maybe, with their modern layouts, that is. And for this, I'd say we'll jump right into AMS2, because as you might have guessed from the thumbnail and also from a hashtag or two, we are going to Kyalami. Kyalami, I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce it correctly. Some South African people, please enlighten me if you will. And yeah, we're here with complete with the 2023 skin pack that's available for the Formula Ultimate Gen 2, as it's called in AMS2, which also includes two drivers that are, I don't know, from a league or whatever, or the creators, not quite sure. So bonus liveries for that. Apart from that, it's the full 2023 field, as you can see. And yeah, let's see what we can do here in or at Kyalami. Nice little track, I must say. I always liked it. A bunch of you guys probably know it from ACC. F1 has raced here relatively recently in 1993. I'll say relatively recently, it's almost 30 years ago. Jeez, I'm old. And before that, until 1985, if I'm not mistaken, but that was on the classic layout, which I do think we have raced in AMS2 on stream as well in the past, but I'm not 100% on that, so yeah, please don't. There's a German saying, bitte nagelt mich nicht drauf fest, but I don't think that's translating well to English, so screw it. Let's just go out and drive here in South Africa. In my opinion, the question that we're asking here is already answered, in that F1 should definitely go back here, since Africa is the only continent that's missing right now from the F1 calendar, except for Antarctica, of course. But this is the one and only track in Africa that could host F1, and also it's kick-ass, so that definitely helps, I'd say. As we got one of the fictional drivers, maybe, right behind us, blocking his quali attempt, as we should. Go ahead then. We have definitely seen these cars in action before on stream here, namely when I was racing them with Danny quite a while ago. I think it's sometime in September or something. Fictional interpretation of the 2022 rules by Reza Studios, but it races very, very well, I must say. And I'm saying that even though I'm not a fan of modern F1, to be quite honest. These things are a ton of fun. Alright, Charles Leclerc up front right here. And 17.4 is pretty quick around here, I reckon. maybe we can compete. Let's see. AI is set to 100, so rather decent. That's not the line through here, but there was also dirty air. Thank you. Sorry. I also left damage off apparently, which is good in this case. Otherwise we would have had a bent suspension, I'm pretty sure. Whoops, light slide into here. Careful on the throttle. And we are nowhere near pole. But at least it's P5 for now. Need to build up that ERS though. So this is probably gonna be an economy run here, so to speak. There should be a lot more in it because I messed up the line in a few spots. So I hope I can do that better. Here, for example, could have started accelerating way earlier than I did. Pretty tricky up here because you're braking uphill and also around the corner slightly. The unfortunate part here is that not much of the classic layout remains. I can show you in the next hot lap what's still there actually, which is just a couple turns really. Okay, so these guys don't get in the way. Ah, damn it. Okay, that's that lap gone already. Vettel? Ah, alright, yeah, I remember now. There's actually two sets of extra liveries in here. The other one being the Audi team, which features two certain German drivers that do not have a seat for 2023. Alright. One for retirement reasons, the other for Haas reasons, let's just say that. The other one being Mick Schumacher, of course. Come on, move it. There's someone back there. Go, please. That's a Haas. That's an Audi, I believe. I need some space, guys. This is tough. Perhaps somewhat fittingly, Kyalami used to be the season opener for a bit too. They had the first race of the season here in the 60s, I believe, and again in at least in 92. Not quite sure about 93, but I think so. So that's the only races where they raced at this modern-ish track. And we are entering the old part of the track. So this corner right here used to be a part of it. Whoops, slightly wide. And invalidated, of course. Anyway, more time for the excursion. The S's here, quite the iconic part of Kyalami. We're also there, and right where we are going up the hill here, we would have turned right, which we don't actually do here, to the final part of the track that led onto the start-finish straight. Instead, we're going left and down the hill again. As far as redesigns go, this is pretty good, I'd say. At least it's very fun to drive. It has some gravel traps and not an abundance of tarmac on the outside of turns, so that always helps. No track limits discussion here, not necessarily at least. Also because the curbs are quite high in places. Do we have enough clean air to get a good lap in, maybe? Hopefully. Pretty tricky to accelerate here because it's a bit bumpy. Alright, let's go. This is just incredibly fast, this corner, in one of these cars. As we run up to a Williams now, of course. Could you move, please? Thanks. Thank you, crew chief. Doesn't really matter. It's qualifying. Whoops. Ugh. Oh, come on. That cost some time. Half a second up until then, but... lock up too. Damn it! That's that lap gone, I think. Might still be an improvement. Definitely is, because I made up about 4/10 of a second in the final turn alone. Hooray. So, as you can see, there is a lot more in it, I'd say. So, hang on, I'm just gonna adjust my dash real quick here, because I kind of want to know who I'm racing most of the time. That would be nice. A relative would be cool to have. Thank you very much. So I can at least tell you, because I've disabled it for the HUD. Speaking of, I could just toss it back on, couldn't it? Couldn't I? There you go, guys. Have some relatives. Or relative times. Here. Should be better, I think. Can see half of the thing anyway. Which is nice. Oh, already passed the limiter. Yeah, that would have been a penalty, crossing the line there. Come on, Mr. Tsunoda. Could you move? The whole ERS management thing is pretty good in here, I'd say. Likely not the most authentic, but a bit simplified, so much nicer if you want to concentrate on actually driving these things. So you can choose a few of the preset modes and have to keep an eye on not running out of juice, basically. You can also set it to automatic, which on with that mode the sim will take care of everything regarded to energy management for you. Get out of here. Thank you. Yeah, that's not a too wide corner. Leave me alone, dude. I just want to set a proper qualifying lap. Thank you. Also, no DRS zones at Kyalami here because the track simply doesn't need them in real life. There's apparently no series with DRS race here. Whoops. I'm sure if F1 did that start-finish straight with a slight kink would be one of them. Other might be the downhill. Well, that's a sweeper technically, so probably not a good idea to open up the rear wing down there. Whoops. We're running into Checo Perez. No, we're not. That's a Williams, actually. Come on, get out of the way. Thank you. Are you kidding me? Sometimes the AI can be a little bit annoying, to be honest. Oops, that's not the Yep. Let me set up my stuff real quick here. Okay, that's the relative, so... Okay, so good stuff. No juice for a proper qualifying lap. And we are still 5th at least, so that's good. They are everywhere. I hope that's a little bit better in the race. To have some nice battles and everything. Hola, senor. Is it senor? Yeah, it's Senor Alonso. As far as I know, the helmets for this pack are going to be done soon too. So far, they've used most of the helmets from last season, I believe, where applicable, or at least a few. Cool part though is to see that they actually did the driver's overalls and everything, as you can see with the gloves here. It's got the Ferrari logo. Makes it a little more authentic, a little more immersive. Yeah, so this probably wouldn't be a good DRS zone. Might be the second straight, even though that's relatively short. So going into the fast right-hander, I think it's called barbecue even, which is a stellar name for a corner, if you ask me. All right, let's see. This one, I mean. Ah, komm. Tag, Vincent. Servus. In-game audio is not there. Why is in-game audio not there? Sometimes I might lose it with my sources here. Set everything up, and then OBS is like, nope. You don't get to hear anything. Okay, so now it should be there, I hope. But at least you got to enjoy some nice synthwave before that happened. Thanks for the hint though. So now we might be able to get this done with the power of the audience actually hearing what I'm doing. Except talking and everything, of course. Still no sound? Why? That doesn't even make sense. Why would you refuse to do your thing? There we go. I hope. Well, thanks. Oops, no, don't restart. Really depends, I think. Now there should be engine sound and everything, hopefully. Oops. Can we now, please, set a qualifying lap? A decent one, that is. In clean air and everything. Because being 1 second behind pole is just... nah.
P5.
Oh no, guys, you had to come out right now, didn't you? Get out of my way! Come on!
Still there. Hold your line.
again, no clean lap for me. It's impossible, it seems.
You're out of track limits there.
I know. Shut up.
Watch the track limits, please, Yannick.
Yeah, I'm watching them. Alright, should be time for one more lap, one more attempt. In which I hopefully don't run into the group in front of me. P5 is good and everything, but I really want to see what this thing can do around here. Why would you lock up there? Don't. Alright, let's rock. Again, hopefully. I'm like 99% sure that this is going to be the problem right there. Again, Esteban Ocon in this case. It was really not good through here.
Clear right.
Made it past him, nice. It's the Haas of Nico Hülkenberg. Get out of my way!
Far right. Clear right. Your tire temps are all good.
That's good to hear. Fuck off! Logan Sargent.
On your left. Clear left.
Goddamn rookies.
On your left. Clear to the left.
Okay, so that was 0.2 better, but did not improve our position actually. Old man Vettel still got it apparently. Nice. Yeah, would have loved to see if I could have competed with him had I gotten a clean lap. Well, that's not exactly what you're here for, isn't it? Let me just quickly check the YouTube chat because I can't have both on the screen simultaneously. So hello Twitch, hello YouTube, but doesn't look there's much going on in there. So we shall advance to the race session.
P5.
We are right behind both Red Bulls actually, and Charles for our 12 lap race, I think it is. Can I actually see that? I'm pretty sure it is 12. It's 15 actually, good thing I looked, otherwise I would have been out of fuel at some point, pretty sure. So let's go with 30 liters, that should be plenty. And let's battle.
Okay, Yannick, get ready. Go, go, go.
Ooh, not a good start. Not really, at least. But the others weren't any better either. Well, I'm not gonna start in qualifying mode. Oh, whoa, 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 thank you for that punt.
Far left.
As we have a Red Bull on our inside. Oh, two actually, I think.
Clear left.
And Charles right behind us. Not a good start for the Monegasque.
Good start.
Thank you, crew chief. Shine. Whoops. This car is nervous on the rear. Under acceleration, that is, of course. So, can we catch up to these guys? Vettel leading Max Verstappen. On the brakes really early here. This corner is just as tricky in a Formula 1 car as it is in a GT3, not quite flat.
Right side.
Nice exit.
Still there. Hold your line.
Holding my line.
Still there.
Still there.
Clear right. Pete,
late does he brake here? Don't turn in on me, Max.
Still there. Clear right. You're clear. Right side. Still there. Hold
Dude.
line. Keep it steady. Clear to the right.
Wow, yeah, nice battle, but you can't fit through to that. 2 cars through there, at least not quickly. One of them has to give up a little bit of pace. That was on the outside, it was me. They're running out of ERS now. Switch back to balanced.
On your left.
This doesn't seem to be his strongest corner.
Still there. Hold your line.
At all.
Clear left.
How do you even keep the position there? Oh, that was
Right.
late. Sorry.
Still there. Still there. Clear
Still
right.
there. I have to switch
The
back
leader's
to
just
build
done
right now.
2-2. Left side.
Ah, come on. So much better on the
Still
brakes in
there.
turn 1 here. It's crazy.
Still there. Hold your line. Clear left.
Come on, now the music's too loud too. I've turned that down too
On
already.
your right.
Jesus.
Hold your line. Clear right.
Hang on, that's no problem. Well, you think you have everything set up the way you want it to, and then it just blows up into your face again. That's annoying. Anyway, now, no music except V6 turbo, hybrid, power, charge, whatever they're actually called. As we have fallen back to P3, which is not ideal, I'd say. But not unrecoverable. Whoops. Unless we surf the curb like a madman. All race. I said don't do that. Or at least I implied it. Okay, I don't think the AI is really all that good throughout the final sector here.
U4. That lap was at 120.56.
Whoa.
Right side.
Okay, so
Clear to the right.
that wasn't planned, but was
Come on, Yannick.
cleaner
Good
than I
stuff.
thought.
Keep it coming.
It would be, at least.
The gap to Verstappen ahead is increasing. It's now 1.5.
Yeah, but we're looking to reduce that as soon as possible. Whoa!
Keep your concentration. Make the bastard work for it.
Ah. Trying crew chief, thanks. I think the corner at the bottom of the hill here is a bit of a weak spot for the AI. This one coming up right now. It is tricky to get right, as you can see.
Front tyre is running hot.
Yeah, I know. Also, this last turn isn't their strong suit, it seems.
V3. You've just done 118.54. Good lap. What's your quickest so far?
Quickest so far? Alright. It's a fast couch, boy. No, don't look up. Fucking hell. The line through here is so difficult to get right too.
Looks like that was outside track limits.
Yeah. So what? hardly any grip on the outside of that turn, or the exit rather. Really have to be careful under acceleration. And I lock up yet again. This time on the right though, hooray. Better.
Good luck. That's your quickest today.
Can we make something happen here?
Right, clear right. Right
Sorta,
side.
kinda,
Clear
actually.
right.
Nice.
Fucking great pass, mate. Well done.
Thanks, crew chief. Got out the good old crowbar to make it happen, but it worked, so I'll take it. But he has not given up at all. Ooh,
Looks like a bit of a wet on your left front.
no way. It might have been wise to choose something else different than the softest tire available. But whatever. Now we're gonna tough it out, I guess. Almost at the halfway point already, so no point in worrying about a pit stop, I guess. Oh, can we catch up to Vettel though? Slightly, but he's pulling away each
Well done,
time.
Yannick. This is great. Come on, keep nailing those exits. Me too.
I'm trying, thanks, crew chief.
The gap to Verstappen behind is increasing. It's now 1.0.
Okay, so at least we're putting some room between us and Max. That's good. It's just funny how the skin pack creators made Vettel the fastest guy here, apparently.
Tire temperatures are fine.
Probably fans of his. We are reducing the gap though. That's good. Such an interesting corner, this one. Basically can take multiple lines through there. So side by side action, everything, over unders, everything's possible there. That's pretty cool actually.
The lap times are improving. This is exactly what we need.
We are catching up to the Audi.
Okay, Yannick, you're reeling. Vettel, the gap is now 0.7.
Isn't actually racing this year, of course. Still a good addition to fill out all the livery slots that are available. No way to choose which liveries you want on the grid in AMS2 just yet, so you can't choose to omit the 4 fictional skins or something. You could race with just the authentic skins if you wanted to, I guess, but then you'd have to start sessions again and again and again until the combination of skins is perfect for you. So it might take a little while.
Your front's hot.
Pretty sure that's gonna be changed at some point as well. This Razer is also very involved with making the user experience more pleasant if they can. And if they can implement something like pit limits, adjustable pit limits, pit speed limits that is,
We're halfway through. We think about
should
8
be a,
laps remaining on
shouldn't be
this
a
tank.
problem, I think.
Our lap time was 180.
On the outside, maybe?
Clear to the left.
No, sir. Or rather, 9, as the German would say. Sorry. But, as the driver of the chosen vehicle that is on screen right now would say, "Sí, señor." Probably not like that, but sorta, you know. because I'm driving Carlos Sainz's car and he's Spanish. You probably got that, right? Ooh. On lap 9 already. So we really can't wait too long anymore if we want to make something happen for the lead. Now might be the time.
Right side. Still there.
Still there.
Hold your line.
Also, again, late on the brakes.
Brilliant. Nice one.
Yeah, well, it's
Left
not
side.
over yet, dude. Whoa.
Clear left.
Have to be so careful on the throttle with these things. Holy shit.
Front tyres have got minor wear.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. See how high or how tall these curbs are in that place? And I just hit him on the inside. Same here, so you can't really abuse them too much. Or you just scrape your underfloor and just go straight instead of wherever you're steering. Maybe.
You've just done a 180. Car right.
Try the inside this time.
Still there. Clear right.
That's all the
Alright.
AI god. Yeah, I mean, he's probably not
Clear
a...
to the right.
How many titles did he get? 4, I think.
Right
Not
side.
a 4-time champion
You're right.
without reason, I guess. Alright, finally got him. But I don't think this is over just yet. As he keeps filling my rearview mirror. Whoop. Okay, this is way better to brake. Or for braking, let's say.
You're in the lead. Okay, Yannick.
Running out of
Let's go
ERS
structure.
yet again. And also out of road, I braked too late. Damn it. Whoops.
Car left.
No!
Clear on the left.
All that hard work.
Oh, don't panic.
I'm not panicking. Are you panicking? Move, dude. Apex is way past already.
Push now. We might win this. P2. Sector 3 is 0.9. Off
Indeed,
the
we
pace.
might. Don't think the other guys are anywhere close. Verstappen is apparently 3 seconds behind, so unless I screw something up big time, I shouldn't worry about him. Shouldn't have to, at least. That was good, I think. Not as good as Mr. Vettel up there.
Just look good.
Should be possible to activate at least balance again soon. Maybe even attack mode. As we are getting close here. Might be worth it down the main straight.
We're seeing minor wear all around.
Because he usually has a pretty bad exit from the final corner. Ooh, and I am almost
Clear
into
left.
his rear. Alright, attack mode, let's go.
Your lap time was 118. On your right. Clear to the right. Car right. Clear
About to
right.
say piece of
Well done,
cake,
Yannick.
sorta,
Nice,
in a
nice
straight
front.
line at least. Back to balanced. And let's keep it this way. Whoa. Hello, oversteer. time no see. I don't think we're gonna get rid of him that quickly though.
Behind is increasing. It's now 0.7.
Because he has some corners where he's just very, very good on the brakes. Two more laps to go after this one.
Pretty hot now.
Missed the apex, nice. Crap, this thing locks up pretty easily.
2 laps left in P1. You're
Right.
leading.
2 to go.
17.43.
Let's not mess this up, and we should be home free. Yeah, it's looking good right now. But never underestimate the ability I have to screw things up in an instant. If you remember the V8 Supercar stream, there were moments where I just threw everything away needlessly, so let's not do that here, hopefully.
You're carrying minor wear on your right side tyres.
So,
That front will be past its best soon.
you don't say. Good thing there's only one more lap to go now. Ah, that's not how you take that. But the gap should be plenty
Come on, Yannick. Last
to
lap.
take this.
Keep your shit together. You're not home yet.
Alright,
Quickest right now.
I'm keeping my shit together. Thank you, crew chief. Thanks for your trust, dude. Ah, missed the apex yet again. This track is pretty difficult, even though it may not look like it. Not necessarily, at least. But I think it would be a good challenge. Also, usually, back in the day, the South African Grand Prix was usually a really good time for fans, drivers, and everything at this holiday getaway feel, sort of, because there were like vacation homes and everything around the place here. I don't know if those are still up, but they looked like these straw roof huts we just passed. If I remember correctly, and I do think they have at least some of those. As we take
Well done, Yannick.
Victor
Great win.
Ray
You
and
deserve that today.
throw away the Ferrari to the concrete. That's not gonna go over well, I think. But it's a very Ferrari thing to do, I guess.
Right side. Clear right. You're clear.
Alright. So, yeah, that was good, I think. Oh, sweet, I can actually watch the entire replay. So get that out the way. Oh, I don't want to see the map. Probably not that. No, not that either. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. So, Kyalami, should F1 return there? In my opinion, absolutely. The track has the intention. I think they were pretty close to making that return a possibility a year ago or two. Facility is obviously great. The track is so much fun to drive. Should promote good battles too, with the multiple lines through the corners, through some of them at least. So I don't see why not. Also, having Africa back on the calendar of a world championship should be definitely a priority, I'd say. So I say go for it, definitely. What do you think? You've watched the race now. Vincent already says Kyalami is fun, and I agree. Doesn't really depend on the car. It's just a fun track, so I think F1 would definitely profit from returning there. Whether or not that's gonna happen, we shall see. For now, let's switch back to the big boy camera. Hello, people. What's up? And go for another track that Formula 1 has been to in the past, but doesn't go to anymore. There are a few of those in AMS2, so let's check out another. A few of them have kind of fallen off the radar, if you will, just because of the 2020 season, where a bunch of tracks that haven't been raced in ages or ever, like Portimao, for example, were raced at. So those, well, Portimao is not in AMS2, but a bunch of them, like Imola, I would have chosen had they not returned there and stayed there rightfully, which they, why have they ever left? It's such a cool track. And you know, there were a bunch of others, but we shall see how it goes with the next one here. Let me just set everything up real quick. Whose car are we gonna drive? Let's choose this guy. You will see who I'm talking about really soon. Maybe adjust the AI a little bit just so it's not too easy to maybe run up front. Have some more battles, even though I think the first race was pretty good battle-wise, wasn't it? So, anything on YouTube? Gotta keep an eye on that, chat. Hey Archer, sorry it's probably a bit late now, but yeah, it was Kyalami. Definitely a good track to try if you have AMS2, or I think there's mods for that in Assetto Corsa as well. So if you want to give it a shot in a modern F1 car, definitely go for it. As we are with our next track, or at our next track, I was just talking about Portimao, so the Portuguese Grand Prix, which used to be right here. Not Cascais, as it says there, which is sort of close to the actual town, but I guess it's licensing reasons. It's Estoril. They have driven there since, I think, 83. And the final time F1 raced there was in 1996, so not quite as long ago as Kyalami, but close, I'd say. They have modified the track a bunch too. First corner used to be blindingly fast, which is, it's not so much anymore. Final turn though is still pretty good. There's a pretty legendary story of Jacques Villeneuve, who tried to go through there full throttle. That was his proclaimed aim. You can guess how that went. Not well, I think. Or was it? Yeah. Was it? No, actually, that was what I was thinking of. Was the corner by the same name in Manicourt, basically turn 2, I believe, where he crashed spectacularly in qualifying. Luckily, he wasn't hurt. But he did try and overtake Michael Schumacher on the outside of the final turn here, and did so, which was rather spectacular. You should look up the clip of the 1996 Portuguese Grand Prix there. And yeah, we'll see how this loans itself to racing in its current configuration to modern F1 cars. Let's see. First of all, hydration is important. Also, not using too much fuel for your quali runs is important as well, I'd say. So let's not do that, ideally. And head out on track. We are in a red car yet again. Well, sort of red. It's black too. As you can see, it is the Alfa Romeo of Valtteri Bottas. I love the Finnish accent in English. It's just so fun, you know, to hear them talk like that. I love that. I'm not too good at imitating it, But still, and we are already off to a good start as I'm trying to leave the pits the wrong way. Oops. Been a while since I drove here. There we go. Welcome to Portugal, which is
the leader has just done a
always
17.34.
nice. Used to be a testing venue too sometimes. Nice rise up branded gas station right there.
17 minutes to get a decent lap in. Cold tyres all round.
So
Brakes are cold, be careful. The leader has just done a 16.84.
ooh boy, yeah, that is
The
that
leader
was
has just done
deceptive.
a 16.58.
This is still as tight as ever, so I don't think this part of the track has been changed.
The leader has just
From here
done
on out, pretty much.
16.22.
It is Charles in front again. Okay, that's that was a little bit too early. I think you can accelerate relatively early out of here. Yes, you can. And this guy is relatively deceptive as well in its tightness. In his whatever. Speaking of tight, this used to be a very fast part, but they've put in this chicane after the 1994 tragedies at Imola, of course, to slow cars down. And without these, we would probably go below 110. And here we are. Quality mode enabled. Running lots of wing here due to the final turn to... Oh, yeah. And that's what happens when you're still thinking of the old layout, which was really fast in this place. But isn't anymore. So let's go back to build. So we have enough juice for a proper quality lap after this one. Let's just take the opportunity to learn the track again a little bit more. Damn it, no grip. Come on.
15 minutes left, that's 15 minutes.
Look at how tight this chicane is. Jesus. Also, grip level is relatively low here, which doesn't help, of course. So, and here we go, final turn. Long right-hander. And you can get on the throttle really early in these.
That's the new fastest lap for Vettel, 1:15.40.
Again, Sebastian. Ah, turned in too late. That's not the line through there. Keep getting confused with the gearing too, because Formula 1 cars, of course, these days have 8. And I rarely race these, so sometimes I'm not too sure which gear to take a corner in. If third or second would be good. Then I remember second is basically first, if you will, in a conventional gearbox. And you rarely use first in those cases. We are running into another rookie in Oscar Piastri right there.
Far right, clear to the right. P7.
7, alright. And that's a good 1.7 seconds off the pace. Holy. Don't say that
Delete
word.
this lap, you've cut the track.
Yeah, that's fine.
Far
Let's
right,
go.
clear right.
Go. Not the easiest track in an F1 car. Yeah, AMS 2 graphics are pretty damn good. I've yet to try it in VR, but people say it's extremely easy to set up to, and not hungry for performance in that mode either. But yeah, like just from the optics, it's definitely one of the best out there, I think. It's even crazier with weather effects and everything, or sunset, sunrise, stuff like that. It's pretty neat. Okay. Probably gonna run out of juice halfway through. Damn it. Either way, we're trying this.
Okay, Yannick, 10 minutes of fuel remaining.
That wasn't too bad. Move out the way!
On your left, clear left.
Oh, come on!
Right side.
Another rookie, Mr. De Vries. Thank you. Anyway, at least that resets our battery, so we can actually go for another lap rather decently. Sup, party people? Then again, an Alpha probably shouldn't have any business running up front, so we should be relatively okay in P7, all things considered.
Watch your mirrors.
The thing is, there's so much more in it. I've noticed that by just getting turn 1 right last lap before I spun. Whoa. There's a bunch of slow guys here. Interesting. Hello.
Left side, clear left.
Sir Hamilton of Mercedes country. Now that would be actually Germany, so yeah, no, it doesn't quite work. That was funnier in my head, anyway.
To go. That's 10 minutes left. On your left. Clear
Hello,
left.
Pierre. Please go ahead. And yet another car. Will I ever get a clean qualifying lap in? Chances are no. That's probably not gonna happen. Ah, quali mode engage. Also no DRS here, I've noticed. Third was fine through here. No!
Right side, clear the right.
Are you kidding me?
Right
Every
side,
lap!
Clear right, you're clear.
I just want a quali time. Good thing I still haven't switched on damage here.
Right side, clear, clear to the right.
All I need is, well, yeah, track map. Yeah, I know that's invalidated. Wouldn't have been good anyway.
Left side, clear
Come on,
left.
Lando, move it, please. Thank you. This is so tight. Why would you do that? Ah, downforce! Can't even imagine how those G-forces must feel in that corner. Holy smokes!
D9.
Ah, missed the apex. No! Oh, come on!
You're out to track limits there.
The age-old question. Will a simple sim racing editor ever get a clean qualifying lap on stream?
Far left, clear left.
Probably not.
The leader has just done 1:15.30.
Stay tuned for the answer though. Ah, man. If it's not the AI, it's me pushing too hard and stuff like that, or missing turn-in points, whatever. Or misremembering corners, also a good idea.
Okay, Yannick, you're locking up your fronts a lot.
Yeah, you don't say, my guy.
Your brake temperatures are looking good.
Thank you. Alright, let's do this time, hopefully. Attack! Come on! Why? Why do I have to suck so bad sometimes? Damn it. Stop laughing in chat, dude. He's not funny. It's actually pretty sad, if you ask me. Well, for you guys, it's probably funny. We should make a compilation of all my failed qualifying laps from just this stream. Couldn't post it as a reel, possibly, I think, because it's probably gonna be half an hour long or something like that.
There's a car approaching.
Are you
Don't
kidding
cross
me?
the white line.
Grid penalty, yeah, it doesn't say that I got one though.
We've got cold brakes all round.
At
Be
least
careful.
the leaderboard, and that's good. You know, I've never considered myself a strong qualifier anyway. Yet, I am still somewhat surprised by my absolute inability to do anything productive in one of these sessions so
5
far.
minutes remaining. 5 minutes left.
5 minutes left. So, should be plenty of time to set a decent lap.
16.88.
16.88, alright. We've fallen down to 10th, by the way. 1.7 seconds off the pole pace of
The
Charles.
leader has just done a 1:15.20.
You do be going fast. Sorry, cones. Whoops. Please, please go. Thank you. Wanna bet who's in the way now? Pit, 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 pit. Damn it! Come on.
10th position.
Move, dude! Aw, come on.
You're outside track limits there.
First of all, why would you park the bus there of all places? Probably one of the fastest corners on the track.
Right side, clear right.
Should be some breathing space for the next lap. Looking at the track map on my dash, shows that there is a bit of a gap between the Alpine in front of me and the car behind. Well, behind me, that is. So let's go. He says and almost immediately loses the back end.
All right, Yannick, there's a car exiting the pits. Head sector.
Oh, come on. Please don't. Could you have worse timing? Thank you. That was lucky. Not ideal, but lucky. There we go, 8/10 in the first sector
2 minutes
alone.
left,
Let's
2
go.
minutes.
Probably need to get the line right here, which was good, I think. Alright, maybe not.
Right tyres are cold.
Lost about 3/10. Can't get on throttle here, Jesus. Ah, come on, 8/10. Let's P5.
Session.
I would have enough time for another lap, but I don't have the ERS. It's something, I guess. Hey, Chris, how you doing, man? Glad you're here to see me fail miserably in qualifying. Can I actually skip to the end of this session? Is that possible? Yes, I can. Let's see if I'm still in P5 by the end of this. I am, hooray! So, same thing as last time, really. Though this time probably not as much of a disappointment as it would have been in a Ferrari, as we are in a Alpha this time, in an Alpha this time. Anyway, so it's all about managing your expectations. You can see, you know, why I chose this car, I guess. So we have again 15 laps, similar lap times. Maybe give it a little more rear wing in order not to fly off the track. Oh, look at that. Charles actually got pole instead of... Well, he did last time too, didn't he? Anyway.
Heads up, get ready.
You're doing better than... I'm doing better than you. Alright.
Go, go, go.
It's something then, I guess. Decent start, I'd say. Whoops, sorry. So much for that. As two Ferraris immediately fill track limits. Get out of here.
Still there. Clear right.
Immediately fill my rear view mirror, I was about to say.
On your right. Clear right.
Alright, only managed to lose 3 positions at the start. Nice.
Left side.
Thank you,
Clear on the
that
left.
was late. I think.
Left side. Hold your line. Clear to the left.
Please don't try and overtake into you. That's
On
a
your left. Clear
good
left.
idea. Ah, I love it when you get the this line right in the corner here.
P4.
Okay, so they're probably not running balance, but attack or something. You're not getting past me here, dude. I have my sights set on a certain Mexican guy, certain Minister of Defense, he was called before. Position he's probably not too keen on anymore, after a little bit of drama with his rather young Dutch teammate. Wonder who that might be. No way, Charles.
Left side.
No, 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 why? try it in that position. That's just not a good spot to try and overtake. Why am I understeering to Narnia?
The leader's just done it. 1:16.40.
Try attack mode for a little bit.
The lap time was at 1:18.46.
To maybe close in on said Mexican. Jesus. Doesn't help that the apex of that corner is just completely blind in these cars. You can't see it. Definitely brake later here. It's just such a deceptive turn. Jesus.
Clear to the left. Unlock Yannick. Come on, don't let him get away. Gap to Sainz. Behind is increased. Left side.
That is
Clear to the left.
very close and also was very late on my part. Move. Around the other side? Maybe no. But attack mode engaged. Come on.
E5. That's your fat. Or left. Hold your line.
Yeah, boy.
Clear left. Sweet pass, mate.
Thanks, crew chief. Ooh, nice little slide there,
On your
Chico.
left.
Another situation I'm
Line.
glad
Clear left.
that damage is not enabled. Otherwise that would have been a damaged front wing and probably suspension as well. So, that's P3.
Car left. Clear left. The gap to Verstappen ahead is increasing. It's now 3.5.
I can see that, and it's also gonna be really tough to catch up to these two world champions.
your
Dude,
Clear
where
left.
did you come from? Thought you were the Minister of Defense and not the Minister of Offense. Get out of here. Ah, G-force.
E3. Shortest lap in this session.
F1 cars are a bit of a different animal to drive compared to track limits. Are you shitting me?
Between the lines. Please, Yannick. Left side. Clear left.
Nothing to see here, all good.
Come on, don't let him get away.
That was absolutely the racing line
Car in
and
front
nothing
is
else.
Perez.
Thank you. So yeah, F1 cars are a little bit of a different animal to drive. As you could probably just tell as well. Especially these things, they are so nervous. At least under acceleration. Maybe there's a setup thing to do to prevent that, but I haven't found it yet. Should be a podium in this at least, hopefully. I don't think we can catch up to the top two. But
You're reeling Perez. Car left.
the Mexican has been overtaken.
Come on, Yannick. Nicely done.
Thanks. And he immediately gives it away again. God damn it.
You've just gone out of track limits.
That went a ton better in Kialami, let me tell you that.
Car left. Hold your line. Clear left. Car left.
Come on.
Even
Don't
steady.
have-
Clear left.
It's not like I've invited everyone to pass me in that corner.
Left side.
Get out of here.
Clear left. Left side.
Yeah, you have to stay on the
Keep
inside
it
there,
steady.
don't you?
Clear left.
Thank you. No!
On your left. Clear left.
Jesus Christ, all I want for Christmas is grip on my rear tires.
All
Around
right.
the outside, maybe.
Still there. Clear
Not
right.
quite. But we are not done here.
Far left. Still there. Clear left. 6th place. On your left. Clear on the
Haha,
left.
haha. Well, also, Mercedes has joined the battle. As we got Mick Schumacher in front of us in the, of course, not exactly realistic Audi livery. Looks cool though.
On your left.
That was
Clear to the left.
an unintentional send.
Car right. Clear to the right. Car right. Clear right.
I forgot how tight that corner was. Brake too late. So kids, don't be doing that. If you notice you brake too late, pull to the outside. That way you only kill your own race instead of everyone else's too. Or the guy who's just, you know, trying to turn into a corner all peacefully. Alright, so don't look at chat while on the
P12.
while not exactly going straight.
Alright, Yannick, you're reeling. Gaston in. The gap is 1.2.
So that's another of these fictional liveries. No idea who Gaston is. Gaston, whatever. It's the guy in front here. We need to dispose of him ASAP if we want to score some points, sorta. Of course, this is an exhibition race and not part of the championship, but it's definitely one of the aims. At least get points, and that means a top 10 finish these days. Why? Why would you slow down so much there?
We think you might have gone outside of track limits there.
Really? Do you think? Fucking hell.
Half distance. Fuel looks good. Right side. Clear right. Car right.
Alright.
Clear right.
That's one car disposed of. Let's see if we can get Lando Norris soon too. Not yet.
On your left.
Why?
Clear to the left.
Don't be trying to do that at that point, my dude. Jesus, they're not exactly fast.
Right side.
Penultimate corner around the outside.
Wide.
Look at that.
Still there.
Go away.
Hold
Come
your
on.
line.
Quality mode engage.
Still there. Clear. Clear to the right. P10.
Haha. And that's how that's done. Oh, 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 oh,
You're outside track limits there.
oh. Yeah. I'm also on 3 warnings for that, so let's not pick up another, yes, that would mean a drive-through penalty, I'm pretty sure.
So Norris behind is increasing. It's now 0.3 seconds.
That was late.
The left front has a bit of wear.
Final warning.
We've been warned about track limits.
There's so much dirt on the track too. Do you see that? Does that come across well in the stream? It's like stuff like dry grass or whatever.
On your right.
Are you sure about that?
Right.
Sorry, but there's just nothing I could do there. So yeah, likely grass, some gravel dragged onto the track. It's these brownish yellow kind of streaks. So P9, that's points for us. Neat. If we can stay there. As we are closing in on Fernando Alonso and Mick Schumacher. Again, don't be looking at chat.
Side tyres are cold. Okay, Yannick, push down. We can catch up here.
Alright. I'll try. There we go. Power. Looks like 4 more laps to maybe improve a little bit still. So attack mode has been enabled. Another position gained. Nice.
Good pass, mate. Fucking awesome.
Fucking right, dude.
Your tyre temps are all fine.
Now a certain M. Schumacher in front. Don't dive into here.
Clear to the left.
That's so annoying that they do that.
Okay, Yannick, ignore that fucker in the mirror. Stick to your line. Nail those exits.
Will do, my dude.
P8. That was a 17.40.
Why would you break that late?
Clear to the left.
21-second penalty? How? Excessive. What?
Car in front is Schumacher.
How the hell is that? First of all, where did I excessively cut right there? Second of all, how is that 21 seconds worth of penalties? What the hell? Ah, that's annoying. So much for finishing in the points. I'm sure once that's right, we are pretty much nowhere, so hooray for track limits.
The gap to Schumacher in front is now 0.5.
Come on, screw it, quali mode down the straight.
Still there. Clear on the left, on your left.
Ha! Got him! Sort of. Nope. Ah.
On your line.
too early, but made it work in the end. And here is Mr. Hamilton, who has a way better exit out of there than I just did. Just had, I think. Anyway. Penultimate lap here. Honk. Sorry. Could you go? I don't want to hit you.
Right side, clear right. Left side.
Don't think higher engine mode is needed here.
Clear left. 7th position. One more lap to go.
Might have helped. Anyway, last lap. Even though it might not really change things after that stupid penalty is applied. P6 would be nice.
Fucking come on, you nailed it.
And we are in that position right now. So that's good.
The gap to Sainz ahead is increasing. It's now 2.6 seconds.
I don't think so, good sir.
Your right sides are cold.
Nope, you will not stick it down the inside here. No way.
P6, that's it. We're done.
Okay, so P6 technically. Oh. And also some gravel. Yeah. That is P11.
Right side, clear right.
Damn it. P11 after. I wasn't saving that one. Alright, save it then, whatever. Just wanted to look at it. Very good. So, that's that. To answer that question that, is the entire topic of this thing, no, F1 should definitely not come back to Estoril because it has a track limits problem. No, it's a good track. I'm not too sure if it would make for a good F1 track, to be honest. Especially since the Autodromo do Algarve in Portugal is much more modern. Also, I don't think Estoril, as of right now, has a FIA Grade 1 status, so that might complicate things too. Second of all, I mean, there are some exciting corners in here, but that clunky chicane that is, just coming up right now, doesn't really do anything to promote racing. On the other hand, you can't really bypass it because I don't think there's enough runoff for the faster turn, which is pretty much why they've installed that chicane. So yeah, probably not the best idea to put F1 back there. All things considered, might be good, as a testing track maybe. If that works, then why not? But what it has going, or what it's got going for itself rather, is that there are actual gravel traps which aren't really there at Algarve, if I'm not mistaken. That's more of a tarmac jungle or concrete jungle, whatever you want to call it. So that would be better for the old schoolness sake, if you will. But all in all, I'm not sure. But yeah, anyway, that's Estoril for you. Yeah, I think we've got time for one more, I'd say. Quick one, probably. Meanwhile, have my big honking face on screen right now, please. while I switch things up and also drink some water, because water is important, like I mentioned. See, you come here and learn. Okay, so that was that. That's a good one. The final one here. Pretty sure no one's gonna see this one coming. But you might want to think back to the 1993 season, which has seen the one and only Grand Prix of that track, or at that track, which wasn't actually the Grand Prix named for that country, funnily enough. So, yeah, you shall see. Let's do it a little bit faster this time. 10-minute qualifying. Nice, a little 10-lap race to cap things off here. Not drag it out too long. And yeah, then we shall see how that goes. Any guesses? Maybe. Hint was basically 1993, and the only time they have raced there. Far as I know, they've never tested there either afterwards. So that's pretty unique, I'd say. So if you wanna weigh in with a guess here, be my guest. Get it? Guess. Anyway, we are loading into the session right now, and I shall switch the scene once again as we are preparing for Donington Park. Yes, F1 actually raced there once. Like I said, in 1993. That was the only time they raced there for the European Grand Prix too, so not even the British Grand Prix, that was still at Silverstone. And it was legendary just simply because of the weather. It was rain off and on again the entire race pretty much. And the only one who managed to actually get along well with those conditions was Ayrton Senna, of course, who would have thought. I think he went from P6 to P1 or P5 to P1, not entirely sure anymore, on the first lap alone. So yeah, definitely showed his wet weather driving prowess there. Also, fun fact, Donington's pit lane entry has been, well, for the long version, was right before the final turn. So, you know, the final hairpin to the left, there was a bit of a tighter hairpin on the inside of that. Still is there, I think, but it's not used anymore. And yeah, the thing is, there weren't any speed limits in F1 back then. So Senna had to abort a pit stop at one point. He had requested it, but apparently the radio was broken. So his team, McLaren, didn't hear him, and no one was out waiting for him to come in. And so he just floored it, went right back out of the pits and set the fastest lap of the race doing so. So
the exit looks clear. Okay,
that's
Yannick,
why they don't use the pits there anymore. Pit entry is now on the start-finish straight itself, so after the you can already tell that this is going to be madness. Because this track is pretty flowing and rather fast in a GT car already in most corners. Add some downforce, add some serious power, it's going to be even worse. Well, not worse, but even faster, even crazier.
The leader's just 107.88.
There you go, 107.88. That's a seriously fast lap time.
107. On your right.
Yes. Please go.
The leader has just done a
Leave me alone.
5.86.
Yes. Move it. Thank you. Show some decisiveness, my guy. All right, quali mode engage. Let's rock. course, traffic is gonna be a problem again, isn't it?
Left side.
Get out of
Clear
my
left.
face. Thank you.
On your right, clear right.
And that's invalidated, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, of course. Thank you, Mr. Hulkenberg.
Car right, clear to the right.
Mr. Sergeant,
Right side.
I did not mean to do that.
Hold your line. Clear to the right. Car right, clear right.
Oh yeah, so you're gonna be in my way for my quali lap? How about a fucking flip, my guy?
Car left,
Move
clear
it,
left.
people.
Left side, clear left.
Yeah, it's gonna be a slow lap anyway. Awesome. Need to build that ERS back up. Need to take the corners properly as
Looks
well.
like that was outside track limits.
Was it?
Alright, Yannick, you need to watch the track limits.
Yeah, no shit. Sometimes he's quite the wise ass. So who's that in front of me? Lewis Hamilton. There's a gap. Oh, there's not a gap. Where did you come from? Relative just said 7 seconds or something.
Right side. Still there.
Alright, sweet. Now I'm stuck with Lando Norris in front of me. Anyone else, maybe? No, doesn't look like it. But this right here is the pit entrance I was referring to. And the actual one they're still using today is right here. So that's that historical fun fact out of the way.
You're out of track limits there.
Yeah, I'm never gonna set a decent qualifying lap in my life against any sort of AI again. By the way, we are driving the Aston Martin of Senor Alonso this time. It's a nice metallic effect too. It's matte metallic stuff. Looks really good. I think they've added some sort of visual feature a bunch of updates ago for AMS2, like chrome and metallic stuff or whatever, so livery makers have an even easier time to paint cars and make them look cool. Please get out of my way.
Brake temperatures look good.
That's nice and all. Wow, pole time down to a 105.8. That is seriously fast. Why is there never, ever a gap for me? It's always gonna be right in the middle of everyone. It's actually set a time this time around.
Your best lap in this session. That lap time was 1:37. On your left. Clear to the left.
Like clockwork, these guys come out of the pits, of course.
Clear left.
Get out of my face. That was not invalid. How?
Track limits. This lap will be deleted.
Why is there AstroTurf if I can't use it? Qualifying and I, name a better combination. Jesus.
Just 2 minutes left. 2 minutes to go.
No, don't overtake me, please. Yeah, okay, good. probably the final opportunity to get this right in quali. So no track limits now, huh? Good.
Okay, Yannick, you've used half your fuel.
Okay.
You've just gone out of track limits.
No, I didn't. Shut up. Should be a sort of representative lap time, hopefully.
P2, that's your fastest lap.
P2 even. I'll take that. Oops. Sorry. So, I actually managed a qualifying lap. Hooray for me. Oh my, that's embarrassing. Okay, so qualifying's about to be over. I hope I can stay there. And it's the final sector where I'll lose all my time. Sectors 1 and 2 are actually session bests. Good to know. Alright then.
10 laps. P2.
10 laps, just for the fun of it. And then, yeah. We can talk about if F1 should return here or not. They actually did once, almost. Oh, I'm rolling forward, that's not good.
Go, go, go!
There was talks that a heavily modernized Donington would take over the British Grand Prix from Silverstone in 2009 or 2010, I think. Wow, okay, so that start was good. But that didn't happen because I think financials failed to materialize to make that modernization happen. So they wanted to change the layout and everything, but they didn't. So instead they massacred Silverstone with that now first sector. Really don't like that. And
Nice one, Yannick.
no Donington
Good
for
start.
F1. Or the other way around, no F1 for Donington.
Right side,
Okay.
still there.
Where did you just
We're
come
right.
from, my guy?
Car right. Clear the right.
Yep. See ya.
Loving this, mate. This is perfect. You're now in the lead.
Is it? Yeah, I think I'm pretty good in the first two sectors, really. Like the qualifying time showed. But the final one, I'm really not that great through the chicane, I think. Also not through the hairpin. It's a thrilling ride here, though, let me tell you that. Because we are driving some very fast boys here.
Right side.
These medium to high speed corners are
Still
so much
there.
fun in them.
Clear right.
Don't panic. We'll get it back.
These slower ones, though, are a bit of a pain, to be honest. As you kind of would expect, I think, with these cars.
The leader is
Even
just
though
on
it's
106,
gotten way
2-0,
better over the
P2.
last few years, especially with the 22 regulations coming in. These cars are still pretty damn big and rather heavy for a race car, so you can kind of notice that in these slower corners.
Left side.
Their
Clear left.
aerodynamics don't really
Far
work
left.
there anymore either,
Clear left.
because you don't have much speed, so no ground
Look
effect.
at your right front
No
going into
downforce from
cockpit minutes.
top.
Car right, clear right, you're clear.
So this is gonna be a battle with Charles, it seems. Against old man Alonso.
The gap to Perez behind is increasing. It's now 2.5 seconds.
That is rather intriguing though, since far as I've noticed, Aston Martin and especially Alonso have been pretty fast in testing.
The gap in front is now
So
1.6.
should be extremely interesting to see if the others were just sandbagging or if AMR and Alonso actually have found some pace over the winter. It would be a nice story. I've seen the comparison to Niki Lauda's career, which kind of matches that really. Alonso took 2 years off. Was it 2? Was it even more? I can't even remember. So Lauda took 3 years off after his initial retirement in 1979.
Clear right.
Then came back, and 2 years after his comeback, took a World Championship title, and I think it's about right or about time for his third season after his comeback,
7.20.
which I think is the case for Alonso as well right now. So he might make good on that. What a story that would be. Probably also the oldest world champion in who knows how long. It used to be a little bit more usual in the 50s, for example, or 60s, 70s, probably not as much. But Juan Manuel Fangio, for example, I think quit when he was 46 or something like that. Won world championships right until that age too.
Right, clear to the right.
I think Jack Brabham was 40 plus as well when he won his final championship.
That
So
might be outside track limits.
it's not entirely unheard of.
Left side, clear on the left.
That's not
On
gonna
your
work.
right, clear right. Car right,
Sorry.
clear to the right.
That wasn't ideal.
Okay, Yannick, you're halfway home.
Yeah, thanks,
Figure is
man.
fine. You're a tenth off the pace in sector 1.
I
Sector 2
think-
time is good. Sector 3 is 1.2 seconds. off
Shut
the
up, crew
pace.
chief. I think our 2001 season that we're running in our podcast community has helped with that as well. Because these things need to, even though they have traction
Gaining on
control,
the guy in front. The gap is
sometimes they really need to be
0.26.
reeled in.
You're pretty slow through.
On your left. Clear left.
Damn it. On the outside this time, maybe?
Left side, clear left.
Nope.
Car left,
Ah-ha.
clear to the
There
left.
we
Left
go.
side, clear to the left.
Seeing right front locking into Melbourne hairpin.
Yeah, that was planned. Shut up. That was the crowbar approach right there.
Keep doing what you're doing. This is spot on. You're in the lead. That last lap was at 106.64.
How many laps? Four left, and then we're home. I think we've pulled out quite the gap, Charles and I. That's a track limit warning. Yep.
Just had a warning for cutting the track.
Yeah, I mentioned
It's
that.
all over you. Keep your exit speeds up. Stay smooth. They're faster than us into
Oops.
the S's.
Have I finally gotten a good exit out of here? Not really. That's track limits too? Oh, come on. I didn't even know why I switched that on for AI races, but whatever.
Car right,
Oh no,
Clear
you
right.
may not.
Push, push, push.
on your left.
Not on the left either.
Still there. Still there.
Too wide through here.
Clear
Whoa, whoa. Damn it! No! Oh, come
Clear
on!
to the right.
You're out of track limits there.
I'm an expert at pissing away good results, it seems. That's P5. Sweet.
You're locking your fronts into the crane of curves.
Shut up! I locked everything because I spun my guy.
Russell behind is increasing. It's now 1.4 seconds. Your left rear is hot. Okay, Yannick, we've just cut the track.
I noticed that. I shouldn't be doing that because then I'm gonna get slapped with another penalty. Shades of Estoril. Don't want to have that.
P5, 2 laps left.
Come on, but these two up there, we can still get them, I'm pretty sure. Vettel und Schumacher Junior, of course.
The gap to Vettel ahead is now 1.5. Your tyre temperatures look good.
Okay. I can't get the line right through here. Looks like such a simple hairpin, but it's actually a little more challenging than you would think.
Last lap.
Alright, final lap. Ooh, airplane, hello! There's an airport nearby. It's such a nice feature that they have actually added this year. Pretty cool. They tend to have stuff like that in AMS too, though. I don't know how many of you know that there's a train line going right by the kink at Road America. But there is. And there's actually a train running there in AMS2. You can sometimes spot that. Even better if you run the chicane version, which basically you never should because, you know, ruins one of the best corners of the track. But then you're closer to the wall and sometimes can see a big ass freight train doing its rounds there. Pretty cool. Okay, so it's gonna be P5 in the end.
P5. That's
Oh well. It's it happens, you know. Did I at least get? No, I did not get fastest lap of the race. Damn it! Give me something. Why would you save that? Anyway, so up, and there we go. So Donington and Chris just says the season's over. Focus on GT3. When the season is over, I'll try out AMS2. Yeah, well, of course, when you're leading an endurance racing team and do a lot of endurance racing, that tends to eat up all your practice time and everything. I can totally see that with the way I'm practicing for the league. But yeah, that's Donington for you in an F1 car. Most of you probably know the track, but what do you think about our ever-present question here in this stream? Should they actually come back there? Well, for me, I gotta say the answer would be no. Just because the track is a little bit too small, lacks the certification too, I think, but that could be arranged, I guess. However, I don't think this particular layout makes for a good F1 track, and it's fun for hot lapping and everything. But it's a little too tight in places, very narrow too. and that was one of the sentiments the drivers had in '93 already. It's yeah, I think Alan Prost, for example, did not like it at all and was very vocal about it. Yeah, some blind corners, especially the old S's are really narrow, and yeah, it's probably better suited to the lower formula and GT racing and everything like that. So yeah, unless they do carry out heavy modifications there, I don't see it. But that wasn't the point of this anyway. It was just to, you know, having some good old-fashioned fun with F1 cars in tracks that they don't race at, just because we can in sim racing. That's always a nice feature, I think. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the stream. I certainly did, even though I'm still sounding a little bit like I've got a cold, which I still do. So, yeah, should be better next time around, though. Enjoy your Wednesday evening. Definitely take a look at all our socials, as you've seen up there all the time. SimRacing-Unlimited.com as well. Brains fried, sorry. For all your latest sim racing news and everything regarding the world of virtual racing, motorsports, whatever you want to call it. We've got you covered. And yeah, take care. Have a good night, good evening, whatever, and a nice rest of your week. I'll see you around.